Nearly 14 years of war has devastated Syria's economy. In that time, GDP contracted by 70%. The Syrian currency, the pound, has basically collapsed. It's lost over 99.5% of its value against the dollar. International sanctions that deny Syria access to markets, aid, and trade have restricted growth. Now, as Syrians mark 1 year since the fall of the Assad regime, they're looking to rebuild, despite the huge challenges. But how much will it cost? The war wiped out almost 1/3 of Syria's pre-war capital assets, with infrastructure taking the biggest hit, accounting for almost 50% of total losses. Aleppo and Reef Dimashq are expected to need the largest share of rebuilding efforts. The cost of reconstruction could be as high as $345 billion. But where will this money come from? Syria's new leader, Ahmed al-Sharaa, has been working to re-establish diplomatic ties. During his visit to the White House in November 2025, President Donald Trump promised to help. Trump has signed a 180-day suspension of some sanctions on Syria, but the toughest measures, under the so-called Caesar Act, require a repeal by Congress. The suspension was a big win for Syria after years of crippling sanctions cut its financial and banking sector off from the rest of the world. Now, businesses are open, and the central bank can resume its dealings. As for Syria's oil sector, it shrunk dramatically because of blocked exports. But now that the sanctions are suspended, increased revenue from oil exports hinges on repairing damaged infrastructure, pipelines, and ports. During the war, the Syrian economy relied heavily on the illegal sales of a stimulant called Captagon. It's a synthetic drug similar to amphetamine and was mass-produced in Syria. By one estimate, sales of Captagon brought in more than $7 billion in Syria and Lebanon between 2019 and 2022. When al-Sharaa took over, Syrian authorities seized more than 30 million Captagon pills and closed factories producing the drug. But the UN Office on Drugs and Crime says Syria remains a major hub for production and trafficking of the narcotic. While Syria tries to cope with this drug problem, it will seek to rebuild with money pledged from countries in the Gulf region. So far, Saudi Arabia has pledged $6.4 billion in aid. Qatar has agreed to pay off Syria's $15 million World Bank debt and signed a $4 billion deal towards redeveloping and expanding the capital's airport. The UAE has signed deals worth $14 billion. Those plans include developing Damascus International Airport, a subway system, and massive real estate and commercial projects. A French shipping giant has also signed a 30-year investment contract to develop and operate the port of Latakia. But Syria's economic success hinges not only on money, but the return of its people.